So massive thanks again to young Mitchell Laurie, 15 years of age. Wow, no, world number one. I can't even imagine that. But as I said at the start of it, on this podcast, it's called Complex. So I get people from all different kind of worlds on. And next, I've got one of my favourite people in the world, Viv Gee, one of the person who got me started in this toxic, pungent cocktail of comedy.
So sorry.
So Viv, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm well, thank you. Yeah, aye. It's lovely to be in the first one. I didn't know it was the first one.
You are you're the cherry popper.
What? Oh, not for the first time
on the podcast. I mean, you're
right,
my second but stroke first guest.
Don't stroke. Okay.
In the world of comedy. Massive shout out to Clobber for sponsoring us. Clobber are a Glasgow-based clothing firm. If you need any kind of a designer goods from Asics to Dior, check out Clobber socials, Clobber with freebies, and will elevate your wardrobe and elevate your life. Corny. So Viv, for anybody who doesn't kind of know who you are, tell us a wee bit about yourself. Go on.
So I'm Viv Gee. I've been doing comedy since like the early 90s, and I've been performing it, and I've also been teaching stand-up comedy, like at Strathclyde Uni night classes, and then, I'm still teaching them for different venues and clubs still now. And Rob Kane, you did one of my classes. I met you before doing classes though, didn't I?
We did.
So I think you did my class, what, would it have been about
2005, 2006?
Yeah.
I think my first gig was in October 2006.
Right, okay.
So it was a 10-week course, wasn't it?
It was then, 10 weeks, yeah.
And some of the stuff on the course, tell us some of this, because people say, a wee bit like darts earlier, like you need to have a God-given gift into it. It's a wee bit like that, because I remember, I quote you when people say about comedy, and one of the first things that you said to people in that course is, I can't make you funny, I can make you funnier. Yes. Do you remember saying that?
Yeah. I didn't work with you, but yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Never did.
Never did. I still agree with that, but I do think, kind of like what Mitchell was saying about hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. He's right. Mm-hmm. I've seen people that definitely weren't naturals that just worked hard. Yeah. They got it. They were clever enough to know what was going on, and they're intelligent. There's some people that don't have funny bones that can be good comedians. Mm-hmm. But if you've got funny bones, it's a great, it's a great head start. And there's quite a lot of people have come and they've already got funny bones. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Can you see that early from a tutor point of view, from a teacher point of view?
Yeah, I see people that just, if people can take a direction, they know what I've suggested, and then they go with it, they kind of get it. I see what you did there, and then they can take it and run and do it themselves. Yeah. Then I can see it.
So what sort of different kind of learners do you think you have? And so you say you've got one who takes direction, you've got one really funny. Is there MD in particular who kind of sticks out in your mind, thinking, wow, this person, and then they've kind of went the opposite way from what you expected?
And they went the opposite way?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't name names if that was the case.
That's fine.
In fact, I wouldn't remember them because they didn't keep doing it.
Right.
So, to tell you truthfully, I don't think anyone turned up that was really funny that didn't keep doing it.
Right.
Actually, when
that's
I think
what I mean.
About
so can you see early doors, there's somebody who you think, wow, they're going to be really good at this? Is there somebody who you think maybe have come on and you think they're going to be really good at this, and then they've just faded away, and you've kind of tried your hardest with them? Or
I think with that, it's usually if there's personal circumstances or things like that. I suppose there's a few that fade away because doing the course and the first doing a gig sometimes is the best feeling for people because it's a new feeling. Like drugs probably. It's like they get that first high, and then it isn't as easy when you're in the big bad world of comedy, because when you first do your first gig, every punter in the room sees you as one of them. You're me, and you've just stood up and done this. As soon as you call yourself a comedian, there's more of a folded arms. All right,
exactly. Make us laugh.
Then. Come on then. Yeah. And that pressure's quite hard for people. I mean, there's people that are really good that don't do it because they don't enjoy it, and that's good. That's good that you know you don't enjoy it, and So
I guess that's what I was kind of trying to kind of allude to as well, because it's not just about, you say, having the talent. It is about you need to sometimes kind of break through walls and just kind of keep pushing yourself, and what you said, hard work beats talent, etc., etc.
Absolutely.
I watched that film the other day again, the Seinfeld one, Comedian.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And Jerry Seinfeld, and it talks about how, because he basically scrapped all his material and he started from to go and do another special, and then he said he remembers coming out one day and seeing all the construction workers all going back to work on a Monday afternoon, like trudging back to work.
Yeah.
And he said that's how he started treating comedy. Sometimes you need to get up and just do the work.
Aye.
You might not feel like it, but you need to go to your bed and just do the work. Because if these guys can do it, then we need to do it as well.
I think it's easier to do the work when you've got something to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
So the more gigs you've got, the more things coming up, the more you'll do the work.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing the work with nothing, and that's when it's harder, and that's when people start giving up.
Aye.
If you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
And I think there's both things. You have to be ready for inspiration to come and write down anything that comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to go, right, I'm going to sit down at 9 o'clock. I'm going to write till 12 o'clock.
Aye.
That's difficult.
It's a different discipline as well.
You can do it.
It's a different discipline, I think, as well, because if you're sitting down and you need to work for something, then as you say, it's like when someone says you need to be in the office from 9 to 5, then you're there because you need to be.
Aye.
But for comedy, it's like, as you say, if you get something in your head that you're working towards, then you can apply yourself.
Yes.
It's easier to apply yourself, I guess, isn't it?
And nowadays it's changed since I started. So people doing the work is maybe making a little sketch up and filming it, editing it, putting it out there and getting hits and, numbers and followers and stuff. So there's that doing the work. So there's a lot more work that you have to do if you want to make it.
Do you think comedy's changed in the past 5-10 years? Do you think it's changed?
I think lockdown changed it, and I think social media changed it. So it's when I did it, like when I started in the 94 or something. If you wanted a gig, you'd get the List magazine and you'd read it, what's the gigs happening, and then you'd maybe wander about the West End and hope somebody would bump into you and then go, I've not seen you for a while, do you want to do my gig? And you go, all right then. So it was that kind of thing. It was quite cool, actually.
I remember the List magazine used to have a Spotted, remember that they kind of love ads?
I was in it twice. I know. Yeah, I wrote it myself, but no, I never. I know one says that you didn't make my day, you made my whole week. I always remember that. I'd never heard that before.
That was your opening line for a year. Brilliant.
But yeah, so that mentioned jobs and what gigs were on. So you saw who was running gigs. So maybe you'd go down and check it out, but you would, pick up the landline, give them a phone sort of thing and all this.
But even the circuit was smaller when you started as well, wasn't it?
It was definitely smaller. Yeah, there was less of us and less gigs, and now there's more, and there's more different kinds of gigs now, and there's more a variety of different people doing it as well. More women as well. So it's I think it's better, but I wouldn't want to start now because I don't like selling myself on social media.
Aye.
I don't, and I think that's the way you've got to do it.
Me neither.
Yeah. But aye.
No, amazing. So I want to talk about this as well. So when you first started, you were one of the founding members of the Stand Comedy Club as well, am I right?
I was. Yeah. I came up with the name of the Stand. Yeah. Uh-huh.
There you go.
There was 4 of us, and one of the people wanted to call it Stand Up for Scotland, but actually I didn't like the name of that, so I said, why don't you call it Stand, have a picture of a microphone and do it and all this. But yeah, things changed, and then different people came and went, and then
where was it? Was that in? Was it Queen?
So we used Christie's Bar, which was in Edinburgh. This was 1995. We'd some of us met at the BBC. It was the very first BBC Stand-Up Comedy Awards, and a few of us met at the semi-finals. But I got through to the final, and
who beat you?
Who won that was Julian Barrett.
Right, aye.
And I was in it with Lee Mack.
I was going to say that Lee Mack, no, he was seeing your heat.
We were pals for a while actually, and we didn't fall out. He just got famous, so I stopped calling him because I thought I can't. I'll stop calling you famous boy. No, he was really funniest person I've ever met, apart from you. But who else was in that actually? There was did Jeff Mirza, and so Julian Barrett, Lee Mack.
Julian Barrett, for people who don't know who Julian Barrett is.
He was in the Mighty Bush.
Aye, yeah.
And then, of course, he's an actor and he's done lots of things. He was great, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing.
I know.
So, last year, was it last year, the Glasgow Comedy Festival, you were given a very special award, weren't you? Do you want to speak about that?
I was, yeah. So, I was shortlisted for the Sir Bradley Connolly Spirit of Glasgow Award, which was an award in itself. I didn't win it, Roscoe McClellan did,
And for people who don't know what that award is, it's people who kind of encompass the spirit of the big game, I guess, isn't it? Through comedy.
Aye. So it's not just your comedy; it can be your anything you've got to do with comedy. And what was lovely about that is it was different people that had actually. I didn't apply for it. Different people applied for me and sent it. So that felt really nice, ex-students and stuff.
Yeah.
Not you didn't, but
What's
a few.
my laptop was broken.
But halfway through it, right, Because I thought, there's no way I'll win this. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But halfway through it, just before the first break, Susie was on stage and she went, yeah, this woman, da, da, da. And she said something about taught me, and I thought, wait a minute, is she talking about me? What? and I was wondering what was going on, because Krista, who's, head charge of the comedy festival and stuff, and Katie is another producer, they were going, do you want anything from upstairs? Don't you go. You stay there. We'll get anything for you. Just stay back here. I said, oh yeah, I'm watching stuff. They didn't want me to move. They were trying to engineer it so I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And then they kind of half pushed me on, as Susie was saying my name, and they gave me this award, which was this commemorative plate celebrating 850 years of Glasgow, right? Mm-hmm. And I think one of the first things I said was, but I'm from Edinburgh. But and it was brilliant actually, because I'd been on stage already and done 5 minutes, and Susie whispered to me, just as well you had a good gig, eh? And I thought, oh my God, she's right. 'Cause you'd feel like, oh no, just died in my hole, and I'm going, yeah. But that felt amazing, yeah.
I've never seen you down your hole in our years I've known you. So.
Oh, really?
So what a night to do it.
But what was really nice, though, is my mum was not easily impressed, right? She's not really been to see me do stand-up, but she came to this because it was in the Kings, do you know what I mean? A big thing.
So did your mum get a leg up about it? Did she get told you were getting the award?
No, nobody knew. I didn't know. No. She
right.
just came because I happened to be performing at the Kings.
Right, okay.
And apparently she said she was nearly greeting, stuff like that. I know. I was like, what? Really?
Oh, you wee maw.
I know.
I mean, you've told me stories about your mum, and she does seem quite
it doesn't
hard,
sound like. I mean, I've got a
well.
dark story about my mum. I was thinking that when
That's
Mitchell,
a great story.
Can I tell you? Yeah.
You go tell us.
So I loved playing darts when I was younger, right? And my dad had we called it the lobby upstairs. It sounds like a posh hotel, doesn't it? But upstairs, you've got the hall, and there was like a dartboard in the back of my bedroom door. And me and my dad would play it, right? My dad was a right gambler, right? I mean, we didn't even get pocket money. So
That's how you were born.
I know. So Dad says, right, I tell you what, I'll give you £1 if you get 180. Now, I thought, this is possible. £1. Oh my God, that's immense.
Spend it all at one time.
I was probably about 14 or something, right? Okay. And, so a couple of years ago. And so I throw the first dart, treble 20. My dad's going, oh no. And I just didn't move. Just threw the second one, treble 20, right? And my dad's going, no, right? And he was going, no, you're not doing it. And he was trying to put me off like a kid or something. And I just threw it, treble, 180, right? And I just started screaming. And my dad's going, no. And I was screaming. Then I heard this wee voice from downstairs. And it was my mum, which went, Vivian, are you all right? I says, Mum, it's all right. I just got 180. She went, did he do it again? Sorry.
You never have?
Once, but nobody saw it happen.
Never happened.
Yeah.
So, because you are quite sporty as well. Maybe a lot of people might not know about your sporty background.
I was a runner, had a coach, ran for clubs, stuff like that.
And
yeah.
Your Seb Coe story as well.
What was that?
You want to tell us your Sebastian Coe?
Oh, yes. How do you remember that? Oh my God.
Because I'm a friend, I listen to you.
I know, my goodness. So yeah, I ran for a club, and what they did is they got all the local athletes in 1986, this is going way back, to be basket girls in the Commonwealth Games, right? So you'd stand and you'd collect the tracksuits.
So you were an official basket case?
I was a basket case. Honestly, it was so brilliant. On the first day, because you've got official tracksuits and the sort of, lanyards and stuff, I was stopped by all these kids wanting an autograph. And they went, what distance did you do? So I just went 800. And they went, oh, and where are you from? I'm in Scotland. They went, oh, we support Scotland. And I started signing it, thinking, oh my God, they'll see me just holding clothes, holding clobber.
Hey, sponsors.
And I was actually really bad at it because I was so busy looking around. Oh my God, there's Daley Thompson. Oh wow, do you know what I mean? There's Yvonne Money, this kind of thing. And so I was always in the middle lanes, but it was the best athletes got the middle lanes. I don't know why. So I was holding Sebastian Coe's clothes, and I didn't know that he had glandular fever, and I think that's where I got glandular fever, and I've had illness since. And I mean, if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have done it. If I knew he was a Tory,
I was going to say he's usually in the right lane, is he not?
Exactly.
Well, he has been for the past few years.
Oh my God! But that was such an incredible experience. Do you know what I mean? It felt like once in a lifetime, but now there's going to be another Commonwealth Games.
So how did you get that gig again? Just through your athletics?
Because they just picked young athletes from the sort of near Edinburgh. I was Pennycook, so the near sort of clubs. Yeah, you got to do it. So it was great.
That was 800 metres, was it? What was your time at that?
Oh God, what, walking or running? No. I think I was about 250 or something like that, and it wasn't PB. I wasn't, do you know, my problem was I was always just quite good at everything. I would have been a great heptathlete, but they never really had that available for the competitions I went to. It was like you did an 800, you did a 1500. I was good at discus, I was good at shot put, I was good at sprinting. I was never the fastest, never the best, but I was good all round. So I was like school champion, club champion, this kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing.
But
Aye. And do you wish you pursued that, or why did you stop doing that then?
Well, I got ill. I got glandular fever. It made me ill.
So that's the reason why. That's the reason why you stopped, because the glandular fever.
That wasn't good. Yeah,
Because of Sebastian Coe.
Because of Sebastian Coe. Yeah.
Bastard.
I know. And quite a few people in our club got it actually, and then your times were slower, and do you know what I mean? And then you need a bra, and that stops things as well.
That's what happened to me. That's the same thing happened to Bill. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
Our other sponsors Manjaro as well. No, that's amazing, Viv. So what's coming up then? What's happening with Viv next?
So of course the Glasgow International Comedy Festival is coming up, and in fact, part of that there's workshops for women's going to happen in marginalised genders as well, and there's also comedy workshops for over 65s is going to happen, which is brilliant. And I think a lot of people that are older think I'm too old for it, but that's the great thing about comedy. Do you know what I mean? You could be, as you know, you could be any age, can't you? Well, you're much younger than me, but you know what I mean? It's like people don't realise that the younger you are, the more you'll use your imagination. The older you are, the more you've got stories. Do you know what I mean? There's always, everyone's
experience,
got...
isn't it? Aye.
Absolutely, yeah. The older people seem to think that who'd want to listen to me, but see if you're funny, everyone will listen to you. If you can make them laugh, they don't care what age you are.
Yeah.
It's easier for an old person to do a young gig than it is to do for a young person to do an older gig.
Do you think old people get that experience, that respect for the audience when they come on stage as well?
I think that when you're older, if you look older, that is, people think, oh, bless, let's see how they are, and we'll give them, and then they surprise them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I guess so.
But I think as well, you're on to winning if you do your own material, because if you're an older act and you go on, you do jokes they've all heard, that's what they expected, but they'll still respect you and be nice to you, and that was great, well done, we enjoyed it. But if you go up and you've got new material, you've written it, it's relevant to you, then you'll go down really well, I think.
So how did you get started in comedy then?
So I'd been a poet, and I found that, and I started doing poetry gigs and stuff, and I found that I only got the reaction. I could only judge a reaction based on the response, and laughter was the only one you could tell. So I started doing funnier stuff and things like that. And I'd been at college, and I've had ongoing illness coming back and forward. So I got quite floored with it, and then I had to leave my drama. I was at Glasgow Royal Scottish Academy, as it was. Yeah. So I like to say I'm an Academy Award winner, actually. And so I ended up doing stand-up sitting down, actually. And the first gig was a place called Bar Miro, and Johnny Vegas played it as well. And there was a guy called Cal Tanner. He called it Cal's Cod Supper. He was managing Johnny Vegas at the time.
Right.
He might have been called Michael then, but he was anyway. But I got seen by Ford Kieran and Vladimir McTavish and Billy Bonkers. All three of them ran clubs.
Right.
So Ford was a stand-up more then. And so I did all their clubs, and then I got more gigs and more gigs and more gigs. And then it just carried on, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
Amazing. It's just kind of...
You just get hooked, don't you? You just...
So a lot of people ask that. A lot of people say that to me, like, how can you do that? How can you get up on stage and everything else? But I think it's something what you're born with, and I think it's that buzz. Once you've had that buzz of the first gig, it's hard to just walk away from it, isn't it?
It really is. I see a lot of people, I'm quitting comedy, I'm quitting, and they always come back.
Exactly.
And it's always like a few years later, and it's just, it calls you, doesn't it?
Oh,
there's something about people making a room of people laff.
It's a buzz that you can't describe, really, isn't it?
It is.
It's a buzz you can't describe. Because we met, right? So you and I met.
TheatreWorks, 2000.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was a jobbing actor back then, or a not jobbing actor. That's how I ended up in there.
Because this was like an employment training scheme.
That's right.
If you were on the dole, you could do this TheatreWorks for a year, and I think I was already on it. And then you started it. You were 22. But you and I got on really well. We went and had lunch together and stuff like
I
that.
was 21, was I not?
You 21, coming up for 20.
You took me under your wing. I remember.
Aye, that's right.
I had macaroni and cheese in the cafe. Remember?
That's right.
And
Aye,
you-
Govan. Yeah.
Aye, and you're like, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
eat it because I've got
Aye.
something wrong with me. I can't remember what it was, but
So and I.
something wrong with me anyway. But that for me that was an eye opener because Theatre Works was all kind of full of kind of experienced, some classically trained actors.
Yeah, like myself.
Well, and for me, I learned so much in that year, kind of working with people like yourself
Those are
and
great people.
a couple of other
Robin
guys there
Wilson
as well.
I mean, he's brilliant.
Robin was fantastic.
Aye, yeah.
He was a really, really good director,
Yeah,
writer, wasn't he?
yeah.
Because we did a show. You did the show in Edinburgh Festival, didn't we? We
No,
did a
I
show.
didn't. I
Do you not do
I
that?
couldn't do it. Remember, I had to.
You took it not well.
Aye.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we had to write a show for Edinburgh Festival as well, and it was really abstract, but still to this day, it was one of the best pieces of theatre I've ever been involved with in my head.
Right, aye.
You know
That's
that way?
good. Yeah, you used chairs in weird ways and stuff, didn't you?
Aye.
You sort of like
It was called
Yeah.
Interviews with the Rest of the World.
that was it. Yeah, good title.
Yeah, it was, and because we were there when we had the Polish girl who was in workshopping with us.
No.
So we're all doing this kind of Polish, kind of Eastern European imagery type theatre stuff. And then, because you left because you
Aye.
had a wee episode, didn't you?
Yeah. I actually got my drinks spiked, which made me ill. But yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that story
Aye,
actually.
I don't take milk in my tea. No, I'm kidding.
You don't take. I was going to say another story we could tell off camera, but I won't go there. No. So what's your show this year, lady?
So my show this year is called Lady Gag Gag.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd quite like to do some sort of Lady Gaga spoof singing things. I hadn't planned. I just meant to, do it as many gags as I can.
Aye.
But
Kind of gag because your comedy is kind of gag heavy, isn't it?
it is kind of aye, and thank you. But the thing is, it takes me a long time to get that many gags because I've been going so long. I've got that many, but I've actually put in my blurb that it's going to be all new material. And I'm thinking, why did I say that? Oh my God, this is hard.
Schoolboy error.
Yeah, schoolboy error. Yeah, but it's good for you because it makes you write stuff. Do you know what I mean? So at least I'm going to hope for half of it being new at least. Yeah.
And where is it?
It's at Blackfriars in Bell Street on the 22nd of March at 2:30. 2:30.
So that's kind of full circle for me with you, Blackfriars, because that was the first ever comedy night that I went to.
You would have seen me because I emceed at 96 to 2000. Yeah,
That's right.
Aye, yeah.
I came down with my friend John Purvis.
That's right.
One night, remember?
John Purvis, Reverend John.
And Blackfriars now is the other way about. So the stage used to be
Yes.
where the green room is, remember? And so
It made no sense.
I know.
I've actually got a Mitch Benn story actually that I can tell you about Blackfriars. So back in the day, Blackfriars would be the other way around. So the wee bit you see at the back, that was where the stage was. And because it was a bigger bit where the audience, the wee bit at the back, which was the front. So the back, where now is the stage, we had booths and stuff like that, and people all sat around there and that. But you couldn't see the stage, most of the people, so they had big monitors up.
So it was TVs up,
it was
aye.
silly. So people would be sitting there, and you could see them from the stage, side on, looking at you on the monitor, and it was like, but it was a cracking club. It was a cracking club, and I used to put up a lot of the comedians, right, and I stayed with my boyfriend, right, at the time. And he couldn't be bothered with comedians, right? He thought they were all arseholes,
Don't blame
right?
him.
Okay, I know. He just couldn't be bothered, right? But Mitch was staying at our flat, right? And Mitch came back and he says, "Oh, I've got a video. I'll play it." And a video of the gig. And my boyfriend was like, "Oh my God, turn off." It was the sports scene was on or something. And he went, "All right, put your video on." But the sound hadn't worked because it was just a monitor. There was no sound, right? But unperturbed by that, Mitch sort of rewound it and went, okay, he got his guitar out, stood beside the telly.
Did he set?
And did his whole set. Kind of like miming to himself.
Oh, no way.
I had never seen, I think that was the end of our relationship.
Aye, well, I would dump you for that as well. Because there was so many.
He was very funny though.
There was so many big names down there, wasn't there? At Blackfriars back then when you were on sharing a stage with.
Reg D. Hunter did it quite a few times. Phil Kay, of course, and all these.
I remember seeing a young Ross Noble there.
Ross Noble did it quite a few times.
Ed Byrne.
Ed Byrne. Yeah, goodness, you've got good memory. Yeah, all these people did it.
And then, like some of the guys who are kicking about in the Scottish circuit, they were first starting. I remember seeing Joe Heenan there.
Yeah, Joe would have done it.
Des McLean.
Yeah, absolutely. And Des Clark. Yeah.
Des Clark. Fred McCauley.
And Raymond Mearns and Fred McCauley and Parrott and these kind of I think Mandy Knight, she was great as well, and I think the other women that did it.
Yeah.
yeah, it was good.
But, I
This
mean-
was Claire Macaulay that ran this. She'd owned the pub and she'd done what was called the Comic Club, and that started the Funny Farm and all this, which was an institution. And
Stu
Stu
and all that as
Stu,
well,
of course.
aye,
Yeah, aye.
God love him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So, what was your dates again for your show? Get a plug again.
22nd of March this year on 2:30 Blackfriars.
Afternoon show.
Yes.
How's the writing going? Have you got a writing partner?
No, God, no. Just, I'll tell you how the writing's going. My house is tidier than usual.
So you're trying to kind of procrastinate slightly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no,
Viv,
it's going well.
I had to have you, my first guest. I had to be
what
you.
an honour.
Nobody else. Because you've actually helped me a lot through the years, comedy and life, everything else.
Oh, you too.
So you're such a good friend as well as being a fantastic comic. So thank you so much for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
Rob Kane Complex podcast. Let me just plug my show, the 27th and 28th of March, 7:30 in the Griffin Bar. Tickets on sale now. Viv, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take care.